Well, hello everybody and welcome back to Zielonka. We have germinated, as you can see, which is good. We have partial weeds in here, because obviously we use the weeder. We have quite a lot of weeds in here. Small weeds though. Yes, all fields have germinated, which is fantastic. Now, at the end of the last episode, you'll notice I had a lot of problems trying to get liquid into the sprayer. Now, I've done a lot of testing, as you can see from the amount of herbicide and fertilizer I've got lying around, and it looks like it was specifically that sprayer. So the in-game Hardy Mega, whatever it was, 21, will not accept fertilizer or herbicide. So we've got this mod, the Kuhn Deltis, is that right? Yes. 1302, which is pretty cool. So we're going to go use it now. We're going to go spray all the fields, get all the I might have to put a front weight on, but we're going to spray all the fields. We're going to get all the herbiciding done. We could also get all the fertilizing done as well. Yeah, it's a little bit light on the front end, but that's alright. So yeah, that's... Ooh, yeah, we're doing wheelies. So yeah, that's what we've got then. I'm going to drop the front loader off on the yard, just to keep things a bit cleaner, and we'll pick up a front weight. I suppose I could have carried a blooming IBC back on the front loader, couldn't I? But never mind. We shall just have to just carry on. So I'm going to use the crop sensor on the front with the weight. I don't know that has any effect on herbicide at all, but it should have an effect on amount of fertilizer used. So that is the plan, basically. I've already got narrow tyres on, so I shouldn't have any worries about crop destruction. There we go. That's the front loader sorted. Okay, the front loader was a good chunk of the front weight that we had on so far. Right, let's empty it out, put the weight on and refill it. That weight does not wang around on the front there. And wang around is definitely the technical term. Right, let's fill it back up. We're going to spray both... Well, we're going to spray all fields to maximise the yield. Let's unfold the Azaria Compact. Well, no, the Azaria Pro, I think it is, isn't it? We will unfold the sprayer. Never used this sprayer before, but it does look pretty cool, to be perfectly honest. Yeah. That is a cool sprayer. I like it. Superb. Just double check there's no crop destruction. Nope, we're looking good. And we are off. Yep, I don't think that the crop sensor is having any effect whatsoever with herbicide in here, but it will do when we have the fertilizer in here. So that is the main goal anyway. Then we can definitely tidy up all the fertilizing in the oat fields, and we can go fertilize. Oh well, the potatoes should be fairly well fertilized, but I'm sure we can finish off the strip up the side that wasn't done. Ooh, oh crikey, that's a lump there that wasn't, like, I hadn't noticed before. Dearie me. Alright, we'll do one lap of the headland here first, and then we'll move on to just heading up and down. Shouldn't take too long to do each field, but the total probably will. So I'll get all the herbicide done first, and then I will catch up with you while we're doing the fertilizer. Show you that the crop sensor is working. Right, so we're done. It looks like the potatoes, because it was ploughed before planting, don't actually have any weeds in at all, which is fantastic. So they are looking pretty good. So the job now is to empty the herbicide in the yard, and we'll go pick up some fertilizer. And then we will have a look at how the Izaria Pro thing works. Right. So with those IBCs now being refillable, well, some of them, not all the ones I've bought are refillable, then I assume that you could then empty out into those. That would make sense. When you're emptying back into the to stop you creating so many IBCs, and I think that's obviously a new part of Premium Edition then, that isn't so well communicated, is that you can buy IBCs that you can refill. I don't know why you'd want IBCs that you couldn't refill, to be perfectly honest. So I don't know why there's the option there, but that's where it is. So great. Anyway, what we want now is fertilizer, plain and simple. I don't think we're going to need a lot of it, because most things have been fertilized. It's just patches on the oat fields and potatoes down one strip, I think. That's going to be the game. Right, let's get this filled up. I do like this sprayer. It's a very nice sprayer. Aha, so that's interesting. That fertilizer, oh, it's because I only bought one IBC of fertilizer, and with all the messing about, I had to empty 400 litres out of it. So I was trying different sprayers and things. Still don't know what that's all about, but the the in-game Hardy Mega Sprayer does not accept, well, on my game anyway. I don't know if it would on anyone else's. Or if I'm doing something wrong, but there was no covers or anything to open. We tried a different tractor, and that still wasn't the same. So it still was the same, I should say. Sorry. Yeah. So I just don't know. I just don't know. Crazy. Anyway, we're doing quite well now. I think after we've sprayed these, it would be a good plan to try and move on to the point where they're ready to harvest, or at least some of them are ready to harvest. Right, let's get everything unfolded. we will switch on the sensor. We will drive into here. Now I'm pretty sure this field is already fully fertilised. And we will switch on the sprayer, which is actually making a difference. Which is strange, because I wouldn't have thought that it would have done. Being already fully fertilised. Oh, it's actually not using any herbicide at all. Right, this one is going to need a lot of tidying up. So, here we go. Oh, maybe not. Maybe it's been over-fertilised in places then. This is very interesting. Well, if that's the case, it's not using anything at all, is it? And I'm not really sure what the sensor's doing. I wonder if the sensor is only for use when you haven't got the soil data, potentially. I don't know. Somebody let me know. How does precision farming work? I know aspects of it, but certainly not all of it. And yeah, this certainly seems like the oats are probably as fertilised as they need to be, from the look of it. Crop sensor is certainly not picking up any bits that need doing. Let's try across in here, but it looks like this field might be fertilised to the right level as well. Yep, it certainly seems that way. We'll just drive randomly up the middle to see if the crop sensor says anything different, but to me, it certainly looks like we're okay here. Now, I do know that there is a part of the potato field that I haven't done because we ran out of solid fertilizer. That's the strip up the far side, so we should be able to get that done. I think I've got an 11-mile-an-hour speed limit because that's the rate the crop sensor works at. I don't know if you can use the crop sensor to sense everything to start with. Odd. Well, there we go. Yep, so potatoes mainly fertilised. We are obviously just doing the strip up this side that needs doing, so that's alright then. And then we should have a pretty well yielding crop here. Well, and the other crops as well, to be perfectly honest. Don't see that being a problem at all. So yeah, maybe this crop sensor is purely for fields that you don't have the soil information, I guess. I'll tell you probably where it would save you a lot of money, and that's on contracts, on fertilising contracts, because that would definitely save you a huge amount of fertiliser, I reckon. Do you know what? We could try one after this, couldn't we? If we've got a fertilising contract, get this strip done, and then we'll have a look at how it performs on the contract itself. This is going to be a hugely well yielding field, I think. I think we're going to have to get the full size harvester. I have also enabled the potato farm pack, so there is a few more harvesters and things to choose from when we come around to harvesting. But yeah, I think the full size harvester is definitely going to be the one to go for, isn't it, for this field? We're only going to be leasing it anyway, so yes. Right then, that's that done. We'll get everything folded up. Let's have a look and see Oh no, that's the different field. Silly me. Let's have a look and see what we've got in the way of fertilising contracts. So quite a few actually. Field 83 seems to be the biggest. Where's field 83? There it is up there. Okay, it's not too big at all. That would be a good one to do, I think. So we want to accept contract, but we don't want to... we don't want to borrow the items. Now we need to head up to field 83. So we're going to be exploring a little bit extra on the map. Oh dear, let me turn the sensor off, crop sensor off, there we go. Need to make sure we switch it back on for when we're up at the field. This is a nice little fertilising rig, this. Pretty pleased. We will probably need to go back to the store and get some more fertiliser. Right, how do I get there? Let's start with, let's... oh, there you go, yeah. I'll just follow this road all the way up. Excellent. That's good news. So we have sort of been to that area of the map before, but only on the train when we're about to sell. It's not been overly obvious. I know the roads are blocked out that way, but we can still get out that way a bit. There are places to explore. Probably plenty of apples to find out there, I would say. Ooh, especially up that tower. Let's go have a quick look at that. You see how I get distracted easily. Oh, and there'll definitely be one off up that path somewhere, won't there? Look at this. Right, turn that off for a minute. Our client will have to wait. Because I want to have a look up here, even if it's just to have a look at the whole map from an elevated point. Oh, and look at that, an apple. Just 47 more to go. Right. Well, that's pretty nice. Lovely sort of wetlands over here. Towards the edge of the map. Not too hilly. Or mountainous. Zielonka. But hey, that's not too bad. It's still a beautiful place, beautiful map. Lovely it is. Right then, let's carry on over to the field that we were aiming for. And see how we get on with our crop sensor over here, because I think that is where it's going to give us the best value for its ownership, is saving fertilizer on contracts. Right, 83, it's up past the train station. And carry on. So we do have some soybeans to sell. We will have some oats to sell later in the year as well. Unfortunately, we're going to have to sell the oats pretty much as soon as we harvest them, and the reason for that is because we're going to need the money for leasing the potato harvester. Then we also need to get our canola in the ground as soon as possible. We're going to need to find somewhere to put the oil production factory. Oh, this is interesting. It's not even germinated. Oh, well, that might be a problem in terms of the use of the crop sensor then, but I guess we'll have to find out. In fact, what crop is it? Soybeans. Soybeans don't even need fertilizer. if I've got a fertilising contract on something that doesn't even need fertiliser. Oh well, it looks like maybe that's not going to happen at all then. So it's just going to give us, it's just going to do one application of fertiliser on a crop that doesn't even need it. And the crop sensor is not going to actually give us any advantage whatsoever. If I'm honest, I'm really struggling to see the advantage of having it at the minute. Because as I've got all the field info, I don't think it's actually providing us any help whatsoever with any of it. Well, at least we've got enough fertiliser to do the contract anyway. Another 1.7 grand in the bank. But, it's interesting that, well, A, they've given me a fertiliser contract on a soybean field, and B, that the crop sensor has no effect on contracts at all. So I think the only thing to do is keep it and test it out on the next field I buy before I collect the soil information using the sampler. And then yeah, we'll attempt to see what use it is after that, I guess. Right. We should be able to narrow the working width here, I hope. At least by one. Yep, we can. And we'll get it done before we even get to the end, so that'll be fine. Weird that it missed those sort of odd chunks there, but it's getting them on the way back up again. Very strange. Right, should be getting very close to 100%. Yep, there you go. Field finished. Let's not waste any more of our fertilizer. Just go in and collect the money. Job done. Well, we might as well swing back past the dealership to pick up the rest of our fertilizer. If we can fit it all in, which we should be able to. I wonder if we can just cut across fields here. Probably. That's one of the farms I considered over there with the windmill. Although the sheds weren't overly... It's a very pretty farm, but the sheds weren't overly useful. Right, where am I going? Need to head over that way. We need to find another bridge. Ah, here's a track that goes over. Yep, this is the right way. Excellent. So yeah, we'll pick up the rest of our fertilizer. Head back over to the farm, and then I think we're gonna speed things up until we are ready to harvest the wheat. That's gonna be the next job. So I'll see you back over at the farm. Alright, here we are back over at the farm. It is Time for us to move on though until the crops are ready. I'm expecting that to be around July time for the oats and for the wheat. Gives us an extra month before the potatoes. And another to get the canola in. Right, I will probably see you in July. It is now July and we have 3 fields of crops that are absolutely ready to be harvested, which is fantastic news. So we're going to get the wheat done first, which is going to mean that we can get some chickens. All of that wheat is going to go towards chickens. Chickens. So we're going to keep all that in the silo. The oats, on the other hand, that's going to go for sale. Need the money from the oats. But we'll get the wheat field harvested first. Get the chicken coop filled up with food. And then we could probably get some chickens. Let me put the interactive zone markers on so I know where I'm going for the chickens. I'm expecting a pretty good yield of all 3 of these fields because we treated them extremely well. Obviously not the best we could have treated them because we didn't do any rolling. The pH values weren't too bad though. Ooh, I want to collect straw off all of these fields as well because that's going to be a little bit of income. And yes, we're going to need to get a baler so we can bale everything up. But that's okay. Baler is doable. A nice olden type baler, maybe. Having said that, I've never used anything from the Gowel pack, which would also be good. So we'll see. The yield map is showing really, really good. So yeah, it's just a case of basically just getting on and getting it done. I'm going to stay with you and do the wheat field in real time. And then I think we'll do a time lapse for the oats. I don't think the oats are going to yield, they don't yield quite as well as the wheat. This is looking pretty good so far. 31%, and I've only done 2 sides of the headland. Let's try not to put the harvester in the ditch, because that would be pretty catastrophic. Yeah, we're looking good for getting stuff off the field. We're getting stuff off the field. What am I talking about? We're looking good for the yield on especially this field anyway. Didn't think we'd need to use the trailer, but it looks like we might just be using it today, to be perfectly honest. Might be a good idea just for me to quickly empty into the chicken coop when I've done this strip here. Not sure how much it takes, but it'd be worth checking it out. Yeah, I think we'll do that actually. Let's open the pipe and see if we can get it to empty into the chicken coop. Yes, we can. No idea how much it'll take, and I won't know until I've got chickens either. Oh, not a lot. Okay. We shall need maybe a small trailer or a wheelbarrow or something to fill that up from the silo in future. I did say I was going to do all this field in real time, but it's yielding really, really well. So I think we're going to end up needing the trailer more than I thought. So we're going to enter into a time lapse now, and I will see you when the wheat field's done. Well, that's the harvest pretty much done for the wheat. Don't even know if I'm going to get to the end before the harvester fills up again. We've absolutely done fantastically well with the yield. We've filled up the chicken coop. We've got nearly a trailer full over there. This will definitely fill the trailer and more. I'd say we've done pretty well. Am I even going to get to the end of here? Oh, this is going to be close. Oh, look at that. Look at that. That's all that was left. Right, well, let's empty a bit of this into here and then we'll be able to get the rest. Oh, I've driven into the trailer. That was a mistake. So, I was going to do the oat fields in this episode as well, but to be honest, that's taken a fair amount of time. And, yeah. We're going to get some chickens. And get all this put into the silo. Depending on how fast the chickens eat it between now and January, I might end up selling the rest of this in January. I don't know yet, but we shall see. Right, there's that last little bit there. Good, so if we take the harvest around here, let's there. Take the harvest around here and we can empty this directly into the silo. Or onto the edge of the silo, depending on how good a driver I am. And we'll bring the rest of the trailer around. That is a phenomenal amount of wheat off this field, which is fantastic. Next time we can get straight into the other fields, still staying in July obviously, we'll get straight into the other fields and harvest those. Then we will have to get a baler, bale everything up. Then the month after that, that's going to be extremely busy as well, because we're going to be having the potatoes ready to harvest. And the canola will need to go into these 3 fields here, which is going to be a bit fantastic. Right, let's get this one folded up, parked around the other side here. which is where it was before. Pop that down. There we go. We're going to be using it next time anyway when we do the oats. And we're using that as well. So yeah, fantastic amount there. Right, chickens. Ha ha, look at this. So I have put on the extended animal mod. I'd like to get one rooster. We can only have 20 in here anyway, so if we get 5 chickens, they will multiply pretty quick anyway, to be perfectly honest. I think that's pretty good. We're not in a rush for eggs or anything. We will just sell them as we get them. So that's a pretty good move. Hello, chickens. Should have enough feed in here. Can I get in? No, I can't get in. Lovely. You can have a look through this way though. Yes, they've got enough feed in there. They've got some bedding, which is good. So yeah, I think we are on the road to success at the minute, which is absolutely fantastic. But that'll do for today. So thank you so much for watching, and I will see you again very soon. Bye for now.